The US is beginning the mass production of lab-grown meat. Upside Foods has gotten the FDA stamp of approval for their lab-grown chicken meat. This sort of process begins with first getting some cells isolated from an animal, developing them into cell lines, and then transferring small samples into bioreactors where the cells are fed nutrients that they need to divide. I think this is really cool, as it could mean that we'll eventually stop slaughtering billions of animals each year, with the US alone slaughtering roughly 55 billion animals each year. Upscaling the production will still take many years, and this type of meat will also be a lot more expensive at first, around $17 per pound. And whoa, why are you not following this channel? Come on, bro. Alright, so fake meats have really risen in popularity with the past few years, but what we generally have available in stores is just some fake meats made up of basically plants, essentially, whereas this would be actual meat. You know, we would actually just grow the cells in these containers instead of, you know, growing them by growing an animal and then slaughtering the animal, which, you know, would be a lot better from a moral point of view. You know, we slaughter billions of animals each year. You know, it's really not that great. If you've ever seen some videos of some slaughterhouses, you know, it's pretty intense, pretty disturbing, you know. So I personally am all up for a future like this. What could potentially be very interesting is because we could also modify these meats, I would imagine, fairly easily, you know. So maybe, you know, our diet just becomes consistent of a lot more meats that are, let's say, lower in fat percentage, higher in protein, stuff like that that's popular, you know, that's sort of healthy, that's sort of a healthier option and stuff like that. Now, the major issue with this first round of these lab-grown meats coming out will still be the price. Around $17 per pound, so incredibly expensive, and they are going to be going only into like the top restaurants at first, because the thing is, scaling this up is also going to be very hard. It's going to take a long time, but eventually it would be interesting to see how low the price of this sort of meat might get when the process gets very optimized. So that's also very exciting. And you know, obviously there's a whole bunch of regulations that this will need to go through, because it's this new method. You know, it's not natural. It's like, it's something like GMO foods, you know, genetically modified stuff. You know, you don't really know what's going on, you know, and it can be better, but it can also be worse. So the regulations should definitely be strict in that, and there should be a lot of research. And but yeah, it's very exciting, you know. So I'm really just wondering, would you guys try out this sort of a meat? You know, would you try it as soon as it comes out on like shelves and stuff like that? Would you wait a few years to let other people sort of beta test the meat or something like that? Or would you just go out and buy it? Or would you never want this sort of meat? I don't know. I think that'd be pretty interesting.